Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an FA Cup tie and then we follow it up with a game in the league. The FA Cup tie is against Grimsby Borough. They're at a similar level to what we're at, so I think it'll be a good test for us. Hopefully we can go ahead and get through to the next round of the FA Cup. The league game is actually going to be away against Leek. I did say it was going to be against Prescott originally, but the FA Cup tie was scheduled for the same day as the Prescott game. I just didn't notice it. So we are coming in for a game away against Leek as well. Since the two cup ties previously, we've only had the two league games, as I mentioned in yesterday's episode. We played at home against Northwich, managed a 1-1 draw, Darren Norton getting his first goal of the club. It was quite an even game, we had the majority of the chances, but overall we played quite well, and I was very happy with the draw, to be fair, considering how well we did actually play. We then went away against Workington last time out. We won by 3 goals to 0. Milan Burnett, Sam Oliver from a set piece, and Arjun Tour, the Indian striker, scoring his first goal for the club. We've changed the pressing forward to an advanced forward for that game. We left it for the Northwich game, in fact, and it didn't really work out well for Jack Williams. But Arjun Tour coming in into that advanced forward role and eventually managing to get the goal at the end of the game. So, big game for us today in the FA Cup. Hopefully, like I say, we can continue to progress and get another good result under our belts. 4 games played, unbeaten so far. Here we go. We've got Houston in goal, Matthew at left back, Furtado, Adewoju and Simmons at the back, with Payne, Ulimwengu and Little as the midfield three. Norton, Collins and Williams are the front three. Keeling did sign for us, the fullback. He is suspended though at the moment, so he's not managed to make an appearance as of yet. The suspension was before we signed him. I'm going to have to check in on that in case he's got a long-term suspension, which would be quite an annoyance, to be fair, that I hadn't noticed it to start with. Um, but it is what it is. We have got good cover at fullback at the minute anyway, so not too much of a miss for the time being. Like I say before, going into this game, it is going to be quite close, I think. The opposition are at the same level as us. If we can get an early goal, I mean, they're unbeaten in 4 games as well, with 3 draws and a win. um, we just got to see how we get on, really, and if we can get a decent start, then hopefully we can push on and move into the next round of the FA Cup. Um, as I've said before, early stages would suggest it will be a very close game. Possession is quite even. Both sides well, we've had the chances so far without really creating anything too clear cut, and this is Summers looking over the top, and Eddie Ohon with the effort. It was a poor strike really, and Houston with a comfortable save. So they've had their shot on target, and as again, it's very close, and I just hope we can have a bit of a cut run. I think it'll do the confidence of the side some good as well. Not that we're low on confidence, but again, financially permitting as well, it could certainly see us right going forward. And overall, not too bad, not too unhappy with the way that we're playing. It's quite an even game, but defensively we've got to be aware. And Adewoju has won the challenge, and the ball's gone out of play, but a penalty has been given against us here, and I think it's a little bit harsh, and it's going to be Fitzgerald to take, and he scores. So not ideal from that point of view. We are a goal behind now from the penalty spot. Somewhat against the run of play, but again, it has been a close game so far. But just need to pick it up a little bit. I think we were unlucky with the penalty. I feel like Adewoju would have won the ball there, considering where the ball ended up leaving the pitch at. Houston doing well to make a save there. We've just demanded a little bit more toward the end of this first half. Here's Houston into Adewoju. Now Simmons plays it forward, looking for Joe Collins, and the fullback missed his challenge, and Joe Collins with a chance to make the run forward. Just knocks it back to Tom Little. Can he get a cross in? He lays it across for Joe Collins, who strikes, and the keeper missed it completely. It's a really good strike from the winger, and we have our equaliser moments later. Minutes later, should I say, and it's a really good strike from Joe Collins. He's had a very good start to the season, in fact. It's a really good hit, and it's gone straight over the keeper, so there must have been something that threw the keeper a little bit with the trajectory of the ball there, but as such, doesn't matter to us. We are back level, and we have a good opportunity here to progress in this game. The opposition have had a better running, but if we pick it up in the second half, hopefully we can just get that little edge going forward. It's very even in the way of chances, but in terms of XG, Grimsby Borough are dominating. So if we can just pick it up, I don't really understand XG here. I think theirs is a lot higher because theirs was a penalty, but we've had more chances and our XG's a lot lower, and it throws me off sometimes how it works it out. But so far, can't be too displeased with where we're at, but we just need to push on a bit. Margie Simmons here into Joe Collins. Chance to just lay it across to Tom Liddle. Can he pick a pass? He lays it across to Kai Payne. Now Ulimwengu. Good switch of play. Margie Simmons made a good run on this right hand side. He's managed to get the cross in. And Jack Williams, he should have hit the target. The advance forward certainly seems to be suiting, but again, a poor performance so far from Jack Williams on a 6 rating. Simmons here into Joe Collins. Back to Simmons. Swings it into the far post. Darren Norton was there, and he has got a slight knock, Norton, so he's going to have to come off, but Jack Williams was the target this time. Joe Collins picks it up and smashes it past Darkwa, and Joe Collins with his second of the game. He is dragging us through this FA Cup tie here. We are just going to check in on the side and make these substitutions, I think. Darren Norton's going to come off. He's done a decent job today. Robert Hanna comes on for him. Jack Williams has been shocking. Arjun Tor is going to come on for him. Ulimwengu is a good player, but he's on that yellow card. We're going to get Sam Wright on for him, and we're struggling defensively as well, but we haven't actually got a centre back on the bench, which seems like a little bit of an oversight, I'll be honest. Jaden Matthews not had a good game. We'll bring on Asa Hughes for him, and we'll just leave it at that for now. We've taken 4 poor performance players off. Hopefully that fresh legs as well can just pick us up, especially going forward. Sam Wright with that energy in midfield, and he whips in a corner here toward the near post. It's just about cleared away, but Collins picks it up well. Sam Wright, chance to play it into the penalty area. He struck it, in fact, and it just clipped the top of the crossbar. It was a brilliant effort from Sam Wright there. And all of a sudden, we certainly look to be the better side. Kai Payne into Adewoju, back to Kai Payne again. Good passing and movement again. Margie Simmons looks to switch the play. Robert Hanna chasing it down, picks it up, lays it to Asa Hughes, gets the cross in. Joe Collins at the far post, just over. Good chance for his hat-trick there, but it remains 2-1. And we've really pushed on in this second half. Number of chances for Grimsby Borough haven't actually changed since the first half. So we've really controlled this second half very, very well, it would appear. And as we approach injury time, can we hold on for the next round of the FA Cup? 5 minutes added time. We're just edging it. Can we hang on? It looks good. We're heading into the last number of seconds, and there it is. We are into the next round of the FA Cup. Another big result for us. A 2-1 victory. Really positive result. And we move forward. And again, really good stuff. Hopefully going forward as well, if we can just keep edging these little FA Cup ties, eventually we might end up playing a side that vastly betters us, and in doing so, if we can play away from home, potentially we can get a decent windfall financially. Saying that, playing at home will probably get a decent windfall because number of tickets is still being quite low in terms of numbers that have been sold, but job has been done. We are into the next round of the FA Cup, and we'll see what happens from there. By the looks of it, I think the league game might have been moved here. Yes, it's been rearranged. So I'm not entirely sure where we're going to be at now. We've received nearly £1,500 for that round of the FA Cup. So again, it's all money in the bank. I know we've got a lot of debt at the moment, but every little helps at the minute. So let's have a look and see what's going on. Right, so that game's just been moved in general. So we're actually going to come back for Penrith, which is in a week's time, and hopefully we can continue this brilliant start to the campaign and get another league win under our belts. And like I say, it's in a week's time, so bear with me. We'll get through that, and then we'll be back for that league game. Okay, guys, here we go for the home game against Penrith. They're sat in second place in the league at the moment, so it could be a good test for us, really. I mean, we're sat in sixth place. We have got a game in hand on Penrith, in fact, anyway. So if we can get a good result here, we could be putting ourselves in a good position. Also, on a slightly different note, we have an international player. Um, Arjun Tour has been called up to play against Iraq and Nepal for India. So bit of a quirky one for us, but we now have an international player in our ranks. Unfortunately, it does mean that he'll potentially miss a couple of league games every couple of months. So it's a bit of an issue, but we'll deal with it as it comes. Jack Williams does start again today, despite the fact that he is really struggling for any kind of form, and he's not looked good in front of goal either. So what will be will be. Hopefully, he can get himself off the mark today against Penrith. Like I say, they're sat in second, 2 wins out of their 3 games. With a win and a draw in our first 2 games, a win today would certainly see us push up a bit. Adewoja with an early yellow card, which isn't ideal really. Here is Asa Hughes winning it ahead of Anderson. Here is Burnett now. Abbott into King Phillips. That's a good pass, and now Jack Williams should have done better. It's straight at Irwin, the goalkeeper, and we really should have done better there. Forgive me if I keep glancing down off camera, by the way. I'm currently watching the City West Ham match. I am a week ahead of schedule for these videos at the moment, so I am just a little bit wayward in my concentration. As the ball gets pushed forward here, Thomas couldn't get onto it, and Adewoju clears well. Jack Bates here to Tom Liddle. Here's Millen Burnett, looks to cut inside. Lee does really well against him though, and Robinson picks it up. Burnett continued actually running across the face of the pitch here, and he's managed to play it forward into King Phillips. He has got Jack Williams in the penalty area, but the cross was aimed towards where Millen Burnett would have been, but Jack Bates does well to get in there. Millen Burnett lurking in the penalty area. Bates wins it again. Jack Williams over the crossbar, and again we really struggle with Jack Williams up there. We just need that little bit of bite. If he gets one, he'll start knocking them all in. Prescott have got a player called Salah. I highly doubt it's Mo Salah, but certainly one to keep an eye on, isn't it? We have a free kick here in a dangerous position. Jack Williams to take. Whips in the free kick. It's a good effort, and Irwin does really, really well to make the save. Here's Jack Williams again, just picking it up. Looks to play it forward, get the cross in. Couldn't quite get there, and it remains 0-0. But we've had the majority of the chances. Possession is in our favour as well. Hopefully this can continue. But Penrith have got a corner here in a dangerous position. Scarisbrick with the delivery. Abbott does well to clear. Scarisbrick picks it up. Plays it into Lee. It's a great strike from the left back, but it's cleared away, and it remains 0-0. Certainly goals going in a few of the other games at the minute. Nothing too... I mean, obviously the league's in very early stages. We've not got too much to focus on at the minute. And it's very hard to suggest who will do well this season and who won't do well this season. It's a bit of a strange one. So we'll just have to remain patient for the time being. We'll get some games under our belt after today's episode ready for Mondays. I mean, we've not been too bad so far. I'll just let the lads know they've been a bit unlucky. It didn't really get much reaction, unfortunately, but hopefully we can just push on a little bit. Chances are certainly in our favour, but again, we're lacking that bite up front at the minute. Here's Ormond into Lee. It's a good ball over the top, and this is Thomas, and it's a good block, a vital block, in fact, from our centre-back. I think it may have been Adewoju. Aaron Davis here with the kick forward. Good to see him getting an appearance today. King Phillips couldn't win it though, and Ward finds Scarisbrick. Again, looking over the top, and Almond is completely free, and Alabi does well to get it clear. Jack Bates tries to get it cleared. They're getting cross in after cross here, and again we managed to get a block in. Jack Bates clears. Jack Williams can't win it ahead of Wilson. This is Cassidy. We need to get our foot on the ball here. Boyd with the ball forward. Scarisbrick again with the delivery. Thomas with the header over the crossbar. And again, we are just fighting a little bit too much. And again, Jack Williams has not looked like doing anything for us up front. We're going to demand more. I think, to be honest, performance-wise, it's been quite even, and we have looked good at times, but we just lack that finishing, especially from Jack Williams. Jack Williams is one of the best players at the club, but he just can't seem to do it for us at the moment. I think we're going to take Brad Abbott off. We'll move Jack Williams into the midfield. We'll get Argentor on up front, and I think, to be honest, we'll get Margie Simmons on for Bates. Bates hasn't had a good game at right back, but saying that, we're struggling across the pitch. You know what? We'll take Jack Williams off. He's not been good enough. Sam Wright can come on. And hopefully that will do us. Incidentally, I've just glanced down and City have just gone 2-1 up here. Bernardo Silva's just managed to get us a goal. Good stuff there. Here's Alabi. Anderson picks it up. Southwell couldn't quite get onto it. Sam Wright finds Asa Hughes, just knocks it back to Argentor. King Phillips manages to pick it up well. He's got Argentor in support. Sam Wright looks over the top for Tor, but Wilson deals with it comfortably and finds Irwin. Irwin delivers forward. Simmons into Little. Over the top. Here's Argentor. What a finish from Argentor. His second goal of the season. He seems to have started to settle into the side now. And he's a very good finisher. He's got 13 rating for finishing, of course. And that is his first league goal for... Oh, no, he scored against Workington, didn't he, in the league? Of course he did. But he is certainly looking good here, Argentor. Hopefully he can do the damage for this season for us. Obviously, him going on international duty is going to be a problem a few times this season, but hopefully he will have enough time to do it for us. Here's Alabi into Adewoju, back into Alabi. Adewoju looking over the top. Milan Burnett is challenging, and it's fallen nicely for him on this right hand side. Chance for him to deliver into the penalty area. Instead, he lays it to Margie Simmons, and he's leathered it off the crossbar. It's a really good effort from the right back. And we hold on to that 1-goal lead. The substitution, well, both the substitutions have worked out well here. Margie Simmons with the assist, of course, there. Here's Asa Hughes into Alabi. Switches it to Margie Simmons. Adewoju looking over the top for Argentor, who wins the header. And now Milan Burnett with a chance, and it's a shocking effort from him. He has looked a bit better at the start of this season, but that was a poor finish. 16 attempts, only 4 on target, so we're not at our best in terms of chance conversion by any means, but we've done the job. It's another 3 points on the board. It's a clean sheet for Aaron Davis in goal as well, and our back four looked very strong today. But obviously, Argentor coming on for up front for Jack Williams has certainly done the job here, and we move on. We're looking quite good at the start of the season. Too early to dream of 3 consecutive promotions? Most likely, but I am certainly feeling the positive vibes here, working very hard with the squad. And the new signings seem to have settled in quite well. Argentor with a couple of goals. Adewoju looking very solid for us at centre-back as well. And the Loney midfielder who, unless I'm reading it, I can't pronounce his name. He seems to have settled in quite well as well. So not bad at all. And the full-backs that we've brought in, obviously, good quality. To be fair, when this loads through, I'm just going to have a quick look at the other fullback that we signed, because he wasn't in the squad again today, and I'm wondering if he's actually got a long-term suspension, which would be quite annoying because we are paying him a decent amount of money. It says we're awaiting media predictions. Sometimes it does slow down when it does this, so you'll have to bear with me a moment just while this loads through. There we go, it's processing now, so it shouldn't be too much longer, and we'll be able to check in. But another good result, and I've not actually looked at the way the league's formatted either. I don't know whether it's top 1 or top 2 get promoted and then it's playoffs or whatever. I'll have to check in on that as well. Quite unexpected, sorry, that we're fighting near the top early on. I thought we might struggle at the start of the season as we did last season, but it seems to have settled quite well. So the top team gets promoted automatically, and then the following 4 teams go into a playoff for promotion. So top 5 is what we're aiming for. Top half finish would be great anyway. But if we can get into a top 5 fight, we could be in for a very, very interesting season. Um, I'll just double check on that fullback because oh no, so he's not. I don't think he's suspended now. No, he's not suspended now, so he's just getting match sharpness. So he'll come into the side at some point, and hopefully he will be able to do a good job for us. Tor will miss 2 games, so he's actually going to miss the next FA Cup round, which is unfortunate. And he's also going to miss the Skelmersdale United game in the league as well. Um, so we'll have to see. Hopefully Jack Williams can get on the score sheet in the meantime, because if not, we're going to be struggling for a proper goal scorer. In terms of coming back for next week's episode, next Monday's episode, we're going to get a few league games out of the way. We won't come back for the FA Cup tie either, because it's literally another 1 game away type thing. The FA Vars, oh no, it's the FA Trophy qualifying round. So, I mean, we could come back for that, but I want to get some. We need to get some games under our belts, otherwise we'll be coming back a little bit too regularly. So, I mean, that's the Integral League Cup as well. So, in five games there, we've actually got 3 cup competitions. I think what we'll probably do is we'll get through until the Integral Cup tie, I think. We'll do Matlock and Ramsbottom United away, I think. And again, hopefully we can keep up this good start to the season. We've looked reasonably strong. Yes, going forward, we've not been quite as solid, but hopefully we can really push on and have a good season. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for all your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.